Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining Let's Talk with Shayna. I'm Shayna, and today we're going to be talking about little fun ways to pamper yourself and treat yourself this holiday season. I know it does take so much energy and effort to get the holidays up and rolling for some people, so we just want to encourage everyone to take some time for yourself, take some time to just truly turn on some calming music and pamper yourself. Now, we do have an amazing 10% discount code that you can use to get 10% off your entire order. This discount code is all capital letters, no spaces, Shay, as in the name. So S is in Sam, H is in Harry, A is in Apple, Y is in Yo-Yo. And so that will give you 10% off your entire order. Now, one thing we do love about these lives is if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or anything like that, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And we do know that one of our VIP members has a birthday today, so we just want to say happy birthday to Gail. We hope you have an amazing day, and we hope all of you have an amazing holiday, however you celebrate this year. And once again, I look forward to seeing your comments, questions down below. So let's get things started. So as I mentioned, this time of year is super, super stressful. I know even for myself. And I've had a few phone calls with different customers or VIP members that have lost loved ones. So that never makes the holidays any easier. So our hearts truly do go out to all of you dealing with any kind of stress or struggles this holiday season. And just share your love with each other in the comments, or I know I see love in the VIP page all the time. So just make sure to lead this holiday season with an open and kind heart. But with all of this stress, you're probably moving a mile a minute, thinking about all the different people, all the different things. So we just want to take this time to just slow you down for a moment and take some time for yourself. So today I'm going to talk you through a little bit of my own personal pampering routine. But if you have one, if you have any kind of tips or tricks or anything like that, please leave them in the comments. Share your own pampering routines. And we'll go from head to toe for our full body pampering today. And I do see that we have some people joining us. I know it's a little early for the people on the coast, but thank you all for joining. I see Mindy, we have a Wanda, Sonia, Rebecca. Hello, happy holidays to everyone. Thank you for joining. And once again, please, please, please share your pampering tips, but we're going to go through my own personal pampering routine. And if you do have any questions or anything like that, definitely feel free to leave any questions. So let's get started. Alrighty, so I personally like to go head to toe, but in turn it does jump around a little bit. So let's start with our hair at the top of our head. So to start off, I do a deep moisture treatment. So you can do this with a hair mask if you have any, but I personally use a hair oil. My go-to is the Moroccan Argan Oil hair oil, but honestly, you can do a deep treatment with any of our hair oils. We have a 10-in-1 hair oil, and if you find the hair oils are a little bit too heavy for your hair, we also have the Revitalizer. It's a little bit lighter, and I do know we have very, very like limited / no stock for the hair masks. But once those become available again, those are a great fit for this step, just a deep moisture treatment. So for that, you are going to want to take your hair oil and just really thoroughly work it through your entire hair, and the length of your hair, the root of your hair, the whole shebang. Make it look greasy. You're staying at home. You're pampering yourself. You don't need to look cute. So we're going to make our hair look super, super oily and greasy. And then you're going to take whatever you use to wrap your hair when you do these deep treatments. I personally use a satin shower cap, but I know some people, they'll use scarves, or if you have something that's specifically designed for this, we do encourage that you stick with either satin or silk. It's a very soft fabric that isn't going to grab onto your hair and irritate it at all. So that is what we typically recommend for a deep moisture treatment. Now, once you've done that and your hair is all fully ready to soak in all that goodness, we can move down a little bit. Now, I typically leave this on for about 30 minutes to an hour whenever I'm doing my little pampering routine. So while that sits, we're going to move on to our next steps. So we said we were going to go head to toe, so we're going to move on to the face next. So for that, sometimes this is really, really nice if you can rope another person in to do it for you. But it's just as much fun doing it on yourself. So to take your face wash, sorry, we're going to start with a face wash. All of our face washes have these little silicone bristles at the top here. And you're going to want to take your face wash, whichever one you use. I personally use the UbTan one. Sometimes I switch over to the vitamin C. But for today, we're going to talk about the UbTan face wash. And you're going to want to take it and really massage your face with these bristles. You've deserved it. And if you've roped someone else in, let them do it for you. And just really work up any kind of dirt, buildup that might be on your skin. And the little bristles here are great for just a little tiny face massage. And if you are able to bamboozle someone else into doing it for you, maybe they could put the brush down for a little bit and use their hands to give yourself a nice little face massage with the face wash on it. Once you've done that, you can rinse it off and then move on to one of our face masks. So I personally use the vitamin C one. I find that really helps with any kind of discoloration as well as scarring or anything like that. So that's why I use the vitamin C face mask. Gosh, I'm going to do that so many times. So for that, you'll just take your face mask and you're going to generously put it on throughout your entire face. And that I also leave on for about 10, 15-ish minutes. So by this time, your hair mask and your face mask should be lining up pretty well. Just one moment here. I want to see because I'm getting a little bit of a technical difficulties note. Let's see. Okay, alrighty, sorry. There just seemed like there was a bit of lag, so we're gonna try and see if that will catch up. Sorry about that. If anyone missed anything, we're just talking about our face masks. So for that, once again, you're just going to put it on your entire face and let it dry. I typically leave it on for about 10, 15 minutes. And so with that, your hair mask and your face mask are going to be lining up to be rinsed off or removed around the same time. So I do want to see if we have any questions in our comments or anything like that. So if you have a question sitting there bubbling, throw it in the comments real quick. I see lots of Merry Christmases. Merry Christmas to you and Happy Holidays if you celebrate something that's not Christmas. And I do see a question here from Wanda. What's the best of the best hair growing products WOW has? Okay, so for this, I typically do recommend someone to go with one of our shampoos and conditioners that has saw palmetto or nettle leaf extract in it. So for those, we have 3 different options. There's the apple cider vinegar shampoo and conditioner combo set. There is the coconut milk shampoo and conditioner combo set. And there is the Moroccan argan oil shampoo and conditioner combo set. So one of those 3 shampoos would be really good to be the first part of your hair care routine. And then also I personally like to recommend the 10-in-1 hair oil or the black seed hair oil. Those 2 are, I would say, the best hair oils or leave-in treatments that you can get for stimulating hair growth and preventing hair loss. I typically recommend that you do it like once a week as like an overnight treatment, or if you're someone who does have curlier hair and can afford to have that extra oil buildup on it, you can put it in after your showers and things of that nature. Okay, so I do see a few other questions here. Okay, how long do you deep condition for the best results? Okay, so thank you. Oh, I hope I say your name right. Gigi, thank you for your question, Gigi. So Gigi just asked, how long do you do a deep conditioner for the best results? So I typically recommend leaving it on for about a half an hour to an hour. But if you are able to, overnight treatments are great. I wouldn't recommend to do them all the time just because that can lead to product buildup on your hair. But if you're doing it like once a week, maybe doing an overnight treatment, it would really help with that. And if you're someone who's really worried about like breakage and dry ends, you can also do it more often just on those ends for yourself. But for the overall, like really greasing up your hair, I would recommend to do that one only about once a week, maybe once every other week for that one. So thank you for that question, Gigi. Let me see if I have any other questions. Oh, I love that people are leaving in the comments what they do for their own pampering routines. So I see someone that has the Himalayan Rose shampoo and conditioner as part of their routine, and then the retinol face cream. That's also an amazing add-on for your skincare routine. So thank you there for leaving your own little pampering routines, and I look forward to seeing what other people have as well. So continuing on, we've now let our face mask and our hair oils sit for a long period of time, about an hour, half an hour to an hour for your hair oil, and about 10 to 15 minutes for your face mask. So now that those have sit and we've had a minute to relax, lay back, maybe drink a glass of tea, and after that, we are going to move on to our body. Don't worry, we'll jump back to the hair and face. I'm not going to leave you with a deep treatment on forever, but we're going to move on to the body. Now, I personally find that these next steps are the easiest to do once you're in the shower, but once again, if you choose to not do this in the shower, you totally can. But it's honestly easiest in the shower. So for these steps, we're going to start off with gently rinsing out your leave-in treatments, so your face mask and your hair mask or hair oil. You're just going to rinse those off, and you can take our lovely little microfiber cloth to do your face, just to get it off. Make sure to rinse it off really thoroughly, off your skin, off the cloth, just right there in the shower. It's super, super easy that way. You could also do this step in the sink if you wanted to with the face cloth, but I would recommend to do it in the shower just because it's quicker and easier that way. The less stress that we can give you for this pampering routine, the better. So moving on to the body, we are going to do just whichever body wash it is that you're using. I personally use the tea tree and peppermint body wash. I really like it because of the smell of peppermint, as well as tea tree oil really helps with any kind of acne or anything like that. So I personally use this one, but whichever one you're using, go ahead and give yourself a nice little scrub all over your body. And once again, I also use the microfiber cloth for this. And I just get around everywhere and rinse that off. Once you are done with your body wash, you're going to go in for an amazing body exfoliation. So for that, you're going to take our UpTan face and body scrub, and in this moment, you can go ahead and give yourself a face and body scrub. So for that, you're just going to take a little bit of the scrub and you're going to move it in small little motions wherever it is that you're wanting to scrub, whether that be your face or your body or both. And you're just going to do little tiny circles. I personally use my hands for this step. I do find that it does get kind of messy when I use the cloth, so I personally use my hands, but if you want to continue using the microfiber cloth, totally go ahead and keep doing that. Now this step, it does take a little bit longer, so you are just going to want to be very kind to yourself. Maybe sit down in the shower if you're someone who needs a chair or anything like that. I know it might sound crazy, but taking a chair into the shower, that's okay to be wet with water. Things like that, you can just take all that in there and just slowly work through exfoliating your skin. Once you've done that, make sure you're thoroughly rinsing it off. You can reintroduce the cloth at this point if you weren't already using it, just to thoroughly rinse everything off there. And at this point, you could go ahead and do your normal shower routine where it comes to like washing your hair. I would recommend, if you are someone who is worried about like oil buildup or anything like that, to take this moment to shampoo your hair and condition it, just like you would on a regular basis, just because leaving something like this on can sometimes lead to buildup, but if you're someone who does need that extra moisture and you really, really need it, you don't necessarily need to wash your hair at this point in time. And so we should be all done with our in-shower routine at this point. So you can go ahead, turn off your shower, and step on out. Now, before we move on to our after shower routine, I'm going to see if we have any more questions. So if you've been waiting to ask one, throw it in there real quick so I can grab it. Okay. Oh, sorry, everyone. We work from home, and that is my small dog in the background. He just wanted to be a star for just a little moment. Awesome. Well, I see so many different people watching. Hello, everyone, and thank you for all of the heart reactions. I'm sending all of my love right back to you this holiday season. And honestly, if there's anything that you all want to hear us talk about, make sure to leave that in the comments, and we'll do a future video on that. So I don't see any questions at this time, but definitely make sure to do that. Okay, I'm just doing a really quick zip through to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't look like there's any questions, but thank you all for joining us. I'm seeing the views really start to go up there, so thank you, and all of my love back to you as well. Alrighty, so let's continue with our pampering routine, everybody. So we just finished in the shower, we did all of our pre-shower stuff, and now it's time to step out of the shower. So for this next step, you are just going to want to pat yourself mostly dry. You still want to keep yourself a little bit damp because we are going to introduce some body moisturizers. So for this, we do have some body lotions and some body butters, so you do get to pick what you would go with, but I personally use a body butter. I use the banana pulp one. One, because I'm just a sucker for anything that smells like banana. Like that's the truth right there. But I find that the body butters are a little bit thicker than the body lotions. So for cases like this where you're really, really wanting to pamper yourself, you're going to be sitting around the house for a little bit, I would suggest to do a body butter, just because they are that little bit more moisturizing, just because they are thicker. It takes a little bit longer for your skin to absorb it though. So it is really good for any like sitting at home, relaxing kind of situations. But if you're in a rush, I would say maybe do a body lotion instead, just because it absorbs a lot quicker. But yeah, I use the banana pulp one. But all of our different body butters have amazing different features and benefits, so definitely make sure to take a chance to hop over and check those out on our website. So now that you have lathered yourself in all of this amazing body butter and your skin's feeling nice and refreshed from the exfoliation, and now we're moisturizing it, it's just overall a great time. As that sits in, we are going to do a little bit of after shower face care as well. So for this, you're going to want to go ahead and take, where is it on my table here? You are going to take your face serum if you use one. I personally use the vitamin C one for similar reasons as why I use the face wash. It helps with scarring, discoloration, anything like that. So that's why I use the vitamin C face serum. At this point in time, if you're someone who uses multiple different kinds of face lotions, you could use one of those instead. Like some people will use the retinol cream as well as the hyaluronic acid water gel. So at this point, if you have more than one face moisturizer, you would put that on. And then we're going to let our skin soak it up. So once again, you can lay back, take another sip of your tea, listen to your calming music that you've put on. And once you feel that your face skin has absorbed that a little bit, you can go on to your next skincare routine step. So that would be your face moisturizer. I personally use the hyaluronic acid water gel for mine, as well as the coconut perfecting cream. So I use those two. So you would put the one on, let it absorb, and as it absorbs, you can sit back, relax again, and then you would put your next one on. And at this point, we are approaching the end of our pampering routine, so you can really just relish in this time as your skin absorbs all the goodness that you've just put into it. And if you are someone who needs to put like hair oils or anything like that on your hair, now would be the time to do that as well. So if you're someone who puts like the 10-in-1 hair revitalizer on after your shower, this would be the time to do it. And you can just sit back, relax, let your skin absorb everything. And once you are ready to go back out into the world, you can carry on with your day knowing that you've taken just a little bit of time for yourself this holiday season. Now I do see some more questions popping up in the comments, so let me see here what we have. Okay, so another question from Gigi. Do you recommend that the essential oils to use on the oil diffuser? Do you recommend? I'm not sure if I fully understand your question, Gigi, but I'm going to try my best. So, do I recommend the essential oils to use on the oil diffuser? Okay, so yes, I would recommend to use essential oils with an oil diffuser of some kind. So you can diffuse your essential oils in so many different ways. There are so many options. So they do have like essential oil air diffusers. So for that, you would just put a few drops in with the water of that diffuser. We used to sell necklaces that you could put the essential oil in. It would be like a little tiny cotton pad that would go inside the necklace, and the cotton pad you would drop a few drops of the essential oil on. Or I know personally, I put it in a humidifier, which is very similar to a diffuser. You can also put it in like lotions and things of that nature. Excuse me. So honestly, yeah, I would recommend to use essential oils. It all does depend on what your needs are for the essential oils, which ones I would recommend for you. But I absolutely recommend to use essential oils. Okay, what best scrub for dry skin? Okay, so if you're looking for a scrub, I would definitely recommend to go with the UbTan face and body scrub. Specifically for dry skin, it does really help work up. I personally am someone who has a little bit of dry skins. It does stick to only certain locations, but I would definitely recommend to stick with the UbTan scrub. And since you are someone who struggles with dry skin, definitely, like 100%, do not skip this step, is that lotion afterwards, whether you're using just a body lotion or a body butter. I would 100% recommend not to skip that step, just because exfoliating can sometimes irritate your skin when it's dry, but it is really, really it's a huge necessity for people with dry skin, just because there is that skin buildup that will always be there unless you are exfoliating. So you might find that you actually can get away with using an exfoliant more than once a week. If you find that it's getting to be a little bit too much, reel it back to once a week, but you could totally get away with exfoliating more than someone who would have like oily skin per se. Okay, but thank you for that question, Anne-Marie, for what was the best scrub for dry skin. Another question that I see here is we have Jamie. Jamie is looking for suggestions for thinning hair. So for thinning hair, you are going to want to stick with one of our 3 shampoos that have that saw palmetto and nettle leaf extract in it. So those 3 shampoos are the apple cider vinegar shampoo and conditioner, the coconut milk shampoo and conditioner, and the Moroccan argan oil shampoo and conditioner. I find that these 3 are the best for people with thinning hair, as well as following it up with something from specifically our 10-in-1 line. I find really is good for like hair oils and the leave-in conditioner. Or also the black seed hair oil is great for people with thinning hair. So I typically do recommend that routine. If you're someone who doesn't like to use hair oils, stick with like once a week leave-in treatment. But those tend to be a good starter, is having a shampoo that has that saw palmetto and nettle leaf extract, and then having a deep moisture treatment once a week, either the 10-in-1s products or the black seed hair oils. Okay, so thank you for that question, Jamie. And hello, Rebecca. Thank you for joining us. Hi. And once again, Rebecca, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Okay, we have a question from Terry. Any specific washing instructions for the microfiber cloth? To be honest with you, it is one of the lowest maintenance things I have ever had. So for that, I do rinse it out every single time I use it. So what if I'm in the shower using it as like for my body wash, I'm rinsing it out underneath the shower head. But then about once a week when I'm doing my regular laundry, I just grab it, throw it in with it, wash it the same as everything else. Super, super low maintenance. And then once I've washed it, I go pop it back in my shower and I'm off to the races. I'm good to go. So it's super, super easy, Terry. Honestly, I recommend it for everybody. It's super soft. I've washed it so many times and it's still super soft. So honestly, I highly recommend this cloth. It's not going to irritate your skin or anything like that, but it's also thorough enough that you feel like you're actually washing your skin. So thank you for that question, Terry. Okay, so we have another question from Cheryl. What do you recommend as an anti-aging skincare regimen for dark skin? Okay, and she has also mentioned that she has severe allergies and is a cancer survivor, and a challenging immune system. Okay. Okay. So with all of that in mind, it is a very specific recommendation. But if you're wanting to focus on like anti-aging skin care routine and things like that, I would recommend the retinol cream as well as the hyaluronic acid water gel. Those two I find to be a great addition for anyone that is struggling with anti-aging or anything like that. And I do see here that you also mentioned that fragrance is an issue for you. So for that, I personally also have a fragrance problem as well. And I find that these two creams are very low in scent. So they're not going to really irritate your fragrance concerns as well. Okay, I want to make sure I'm actually addressing everything in your questions. Sorry. Okay, and then if you are looking for something for the body as well, we do have like there's a stretch mark care one, which in turn I understand anti-aging things are not necessarily stretch marks, but it does help tighten the skin. So in turn, it is going to help tighten any kind of like sagging you might have or anything of that nature, as well as we have a raw Moroccan argan body butter that does a lot of amazing things like that as well. When it comes to scent, it is both of those, they do have a scent to them. So I would definitely encourage you, if you know anyone else that has them, that you can smell it beforehand, or you can also utilize, we have a 60-day money back guarantee. So if you do have any problems with the products or anything like that, you can always contact our customer service team and we can work out something with you there. But those would be the products that I would recommend specifically for anti-aging, darker skin, and then if you also have the fragrance issues and things of that nature. So I do believe I've checked everything there, but of course, if you want a more tailored recommendation, definitely give our customer service line a call and we can talk a little bit more about that recommendation for you. Okay, and I have another question here from Jamie. Do you have anything that helps with, oh my gosh, my brain is not able to read that word, but I know what it is. I am so sorry. My brain is forgetting how to say this word, and that's my own fault. But yes, yes, we do. If you're able to go into the comments there, find Jamie's question, because my brain is fully forgetting how to say that word, and I feel so silly for not knowing it, but I do inside, can't say it out loud. But specifically for that, you are going to want to get a body butter, specifically the same ones that I just mentioned, the stretch mark one. That one also helps, once again, just because of the tightening of the skin, and the raw argan oil body butters. Those two will really help with that concern there, just because I find they primarily help with the tightening of the skin. But once again, obviously you want to check in with those scents and things of that nature. So overall, if you find that you are someone who has something to do with like scarring, stretch marks, sagging, anything like that, the stretch mark as well as the raw Moroccan argan oil body butter, those two are honestly the go-to for those concerns specifically. But of course, if you do have any follow-up questions about that, once again, contact our customer service team and we'd be happy to talk a little bit further, have a little back and forth about it. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions. Oh, and thank you everyone who's joining. If you are joining a little bit late, definitely feel free to pause the video, jump back, watch it as if it's live. And even if you do have any questions, still leave them in the comments even after this live event has ended. And there will be someone to answer. It won't necessarily be in a live manner such as this, but you will still be able to get your questions answered through the comments. But yeah, if you're joining late, definitely hop back, watch it as if it's live. Oh, and hi, Debbie. I love that you love our shampoos. And once again, if you all have your own little pampering routine, even if it has nothing to do with our products, such as taking 30 minutes at the end of your day to have a cup of decaffeinated tea or something like that, I would love to see all of your own pampering routines. I know I'm a sucker for tea. That's why I've mentioned it like 5 million times in this video here. But for those that are leaving or joining a little bit later, just a quick little checklist for your own pampering routine. I'm just going to go through rapid fire with this. You're going to want a deep moisture hair treatment to start off. Then you're going to want to move on, once as that sits, a face wash. After you've done your face wash, you want a face mask. Let those all sit in, soak in. And once you are done, your timer is gone off, you can jump into the shower, rinse those out, and you're going to do a body wash, a body scrub. And if you want, you can take this moment to do your shampoo and conditioner routine. Now we're done in the shower. You're going to come out, you're going to pat yourself dry, and you're going to do a body moisturizer, a face serum, or your face moisturizer, your face routine that you typically do. And then you can just sit back, relax, let it all soak in, and you have pampered yourself. Always a bonus if you can rope someone else in to do it, because let's be honest, why wouldn't you? If you could, have someone else massage your face rather than yourself. But once again, it's just as enjoyable just to take the time, put on some calming music, and do this all yourself. So I'm going to take one last quick zip through to see if we have any other questions before our live ends today. And as I do that, I do just want to say happy holidays to everyone and thank you so, so much for joining me today. I really love to see all of the love that you're giving me, and I want to send it all right back to you. And I do see that we have a few more questions here. Oh, I see here we have Debbie who is just celebrating her hair growth, which is phenomenal. So Debbie's comment says, so many people are jealous of my hair because it's growing so fast. 8 inches in 2 years. Thank you. Wow products. So we love, love, love to hear these little success stories. And honestly, wear your hair with pride. Flaunt it, show everyone. And Debbie, if you have any little tips, tricks, pampering routines, definitely leave them in the comments. I'm sure people would love to borrow/steal those little tips and tricks from you. Okay, and I see one last question from Jamie before we all go today. Alrighty. Did I say the raw Moroccan? Yes, I did. Okay. So Jamie was just confirming that I recommended the raw Moroccan body butter for the concerns in regards to like stretch marks, aged skin. But yes, I did say the raw Moroccan body butter. If you didn't want to do that one, there is also a stretch mark body butter as well. Oh, and then we're just getting Merry Christmases, Happy Holidays. Thank you all. And honestly, I hope that the new year brings such amazing things for each and every one of you. But I think that's all for me today. I don't see any other questions or concerns below. But if you think of anything later, definitely feel free to leave it in the comments. And I hope everyone has an amazing holiday season. But thank you all for joining me today. Don't forget to use your discount code. It is all capital letters, no spaces, Shay, just like the name. So that is S as in Sam, H as in Harry, A is in apple, Y is in yo-yo, and that'll give you 10% off your entire order. Well, I hope to see you all next week, and we have some fun little discount codes to talk about even more so next week. Bigger deals. Until next time, thanks for joining. Bye.